This documentary will show how a team of 5 students are earning their education through a financial aid-supported student work-study program, and how a multimedia department has developed an extended program for these students beyond a simple pay-for-learn to an apprenticeship by being their mentor and guide them through the ins and outs of filmmaking and media production and real-work experiences. I really enjoy going to work every morning. When I walk down the hallway, I look up and I see my sign that says Multimedia Services. My work-study students arrive just a little bit before I do. But you know, they're very patient. They will wait on me until I get situated, and then we'll start talking about an upcoming video shoot. They're real eager to get going and see what we can do. This project seeks to reveal and address the types of adversity that students may have during their college experience while preparing for a 4-year educational institution, or as they ready for the competition in the real-world job market. Here we will look at 5 aspiring work-study students who are diligently pursuing passage into the film industry, or at least use the experiences in the program to achieve in whatever their goals in life may become. Developing a media department has been a goal of mine since coming to Lone Star College-Tomball. When I started my position here, I had the opportunity to work with one work-study student. I never knew the importance of student workers until then. Now, after 4 years, I have a team of work-study students that I put trust in to help me meet project demands and deadlines. We work to provide a clear focus on the enterprise skills, experience, and qualifications that employers want. Educational institutions like LSC-Tomball provide initiatives to support these programs. Students can and should take advantage of these opportunities to better prepare them for the career path that they may choose. I see the grit in my student employees in many situations. This reminds me why I'm in education.
The mentoring component is very, very important. It's essential that we get students connected to faculty and staff members that can help them along the way. A lot of students don't know what they don't know and struggle often in college, first time in college student, or maybe not having the support at home to help them along the way.
The Multimedia Services Department, like the one at Lone Star College-Tomball, has made it possible for students to develop a cutting-edge experiential advantage in preparing for challenges they will face when entering a career in filmmaking.
The work-study program at Lone Star College-Tomball is a key element of what we do. It's our opportunity to provide experiences for students that are going to help them when they get into the field that they want to work in.
While they're work-study students, I really see them as valuable employees who contribute greatly to the success of the college and who really make our multimedia services something that is not only recognized here at Lone Star College-Tomball, but something that people aspire to build at their campuses throughout the Lone Star College system.
Working at Multimedia Services has really helped me because through this program, I meet a lot of the professors that are my professors, and that just helps me be more involved in my classes as well.
The multimedia work-study students are fabulous. They're some of the best work-study students I've actually ever interacted with. They're trained very well, they are proficient and know what they're doing. Also very patient in helping those of us who may not have spent as much time with technology understand what we're doing and why we're doing it.
As you may or may not know, grit really centers around students' ability to push through and persevere despite obstacles. College is challenging, right? Whether it's a challenge academically or socially or just trying to figure out how to navigate a space that may be very foreign to them. So for us, grit is something that's really special because our goal is to help students to capitalize on that adversity and really turn it into fuel. And I will tell you that we've been absolutely fortunate to have 5 amazing work-study students who embody what grit means at Lone Star College-Tomball.
I've always struggled with getting up in front of a group and speaking. Even in high school, that was really difficult for me. And when I came to college, I had the same hesitations and anxiety about getting up in front of the class. So The presentation that we had to give in my English class actually came at the end of the semester, so I knew fairly well the professor and some of my classmates, but in order to do my best that day when we had to present, I asked the professor if I could go first, because I've had a situation happen before where when I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for everyone else to do their presentations, I psych myself out in the meantime and my anxiety starts spiking, so I asked her, I was like, can I go first? That way I can relax after that.
I never really got the motivation to go to school because in my family it wasn't really seen as important. Everyone before me has kind of lived their life without a proper college education, and they just, they've all done well. And so whenever it came my turn, my sister, my older sister, who was supposed to be my example, left for the military, and so I kind of got left with the first child problem of, do I go to college or not?
My future goal is to become a firefighter, and one of the ways that Lone Star College-Tomball, specifically multimedia services, helped me, or is going to help me with that goal, is by being able to look at things in a different perspective. So not everything can be negative, not everything can be positive, but being able to make that thing creative is what makes us unique. And Mr. Monty specifically helping me and guiding me gave me that perspective and that knowledge to be able to do that.
Taking classes there was great. I learned so much through the educational side of LSC-Tomball, and then plus being a work study student allowed me to realize in the future that I can keep continuing doing this and still focus on school. So that inspires me to continue my education and still try to work as much as I can and gain as much information before entering the professional field.
Mentoring work-study students while they're in college and on the work-study program is a great way to prepare them for the challenges they're going to face in the workplace after they leave college. Because it is a job. A work-study position has responsibilities. They have to show up on time, they have to fulfill their duties, they have to perform, and that's going to be expected of them when they go into the workplace.
So when I first started working, I mainly focused on the graphic design aspect, going into InDesign, Photoshop, and Illustrator, and there was another work-study student who was mainly focused on the video aspect of everything. And so as I'm doing graphic design work, and there was an emphasis on video through either going through filming events, festivals, seminars, interviews, I feel like there was a reason and a need for me to pick up on this skill set, and learning from Koa and Mr. Monty, I absorb as much information as I can.
The thing that's important about these kind of programs for prepping students for what they can do in the future is that a work experience program that provides intentional experiential learning and the kind of experience that they get in the multimedia services area.
You know, when they have the opportunity to build skills, apply them, and then really express themselves most fully through the skills that they've built, they get excited, and I think inspiration is inherent in that process.
They have already faced adversity and challenges in real-world scenarios. So when preparing for internship placements that give them the experience in the field that they're wanting to pursue, intern partners can know with confidence that these students not only know the academic side, but they know the practical side of what it means to operate in a multimedia arena with the experiences in digital and filmmaking fields that cause them to have the skill sets necessary to be successful.
I found out that the entry levels are the most challenging. Mm-hmm. And it's a challenge to yourself to be able to do that, you know, when you're dealing with people that have no idea how any of this is done, but they have an interest in it. Right. They want to learn how to do it. And I think if you see the progression, and I think that's where I get my excitement from all of this, is when I see the progression, you know, from starting out and I used to say in my classes, I said, you know, I hate the last day because I've seen what you were when you came to class initially and what you're doing now It's phenomenal.
The biggest difference between taking online and in-person classes is that you get to study on your own time. I don't really have a Starbucks nearby, but I do have a library, and that's been the nicest thing, is to escape just a regular bustling social area and just go into a small library and study in the corner.
You can get the classes and professors you want, at the times you want. It's simple. Register early. RegFest is your best opportunity to get the classes you need before they fill up.
I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about surgical technology. A surgical technologist is an allied health professional who works as part of the surgical team to ensure that the operative procedure is conducted under optimal conditions. Surgical technologists will be responsible for pre-op, intra-op, and post-operative duties.
Hi, I'm Angela Bear with the Pharmacy Technology Program in Tomball. We are located at the Health Sciences campus, and I want to invite you to come over and tour our space, tour our lab areas, and see what technology we have to offer our students. Students can complete the certificate in less than 1 year, and we have 2 start dates.